Now let's talk a little bit about security. If we're going to be sending documents around, sometimes we're going to want to be sure that they stay safe from prying eyes, or that we want people to be able to look but not touch and change our work. So let's take a look at some of the security tools. There are a couple of ways you can access some of these tools. First off, if we go to the File menu and scroll down to Properties, your Document Properties window opens up, and I'd like you to click with me on the Security tab. Now, right now, this document has no security selected, but we're going to change it to Password. Now, here you can create a whole lot of security settings. You can decide what version of Acrobat you'll allow it to look at. You can choose to encrypt the document. You can choose to have it password protected. And you can also choose to add a permissions feature. This will assign a password that will be required to allow anyone to do certain things to the document. For example, you have to have that password before you can print the document or make changes to the document. And you, as you can see, get to specify what kind of changes will be allowed. You can also decide whether or not you want to enable copying of text, images, or other content, or enable text access for screen readers for the visually impaired. Now I'm going to cancel this rather than take it, and I'm going to cancel and close our Document Properties window. So that's one way you can create some very simple security features for a given document. I would like to draw your attention now to the Secure button, the little lock on it. And I'm going to click on the drop-down menu. And as you can see, you have several options. For example, if we choose the first one, Certificate Encrypt, it's going to ask you, are you sure you want to do that? And we're going to say, yes, please. And here, a dialog box opens with a little wizard that will walk you through the steps of creating a certificate security setting. Now you have to tell Acrobat how you want it encrypted. Do you want all of the document content? Do you want all of the content except metadata? Or encrypt only the file attachments? And then you have to choose an algorithm. You then have the opportunity, once you have done this, to select recipients, view the summary, and save. Now I'm going to cancel this and go back up to the Security button and click. And let's take a look at our password encryption option. Again, Acrobat asks you, are you sure you want to do that? And we'll say yes. A similar window opens up. Again, you can choose the compatibility level. You select, yes, I want it all encrypted. And here, though, the difference is rather than getting into some of the technical encryption features, you can simply choose to require a password to open that document. So we're going to choose a very simple password, such as test. Now, that will be the password used to open that document. Now, if you want to further add permissions, you have to put a check in that box and select another password, and that will be required for someone to be able to edit or print that document. And so we're going to create a password here that will be very hard for anyone to break, test2. Changes allowed, do we want to give them editing options? Can they insert or delete or make changes or comments? And you get to decide if you want that. And again, do we want to allow them to be able to copy parts of our PDF or allow it to be accessible for visually impaired readers? And we click OK. Now it's going to ask you to confirm that open password, which was test, and say OK. It tells us, all right, the deed's been done. We click OK. And now it wants us to confirm the permissions password, which was test2, and say OK. And once we save our document, that is done. So now I'm going to close this document, go to File, and try to open it. And as you can see, it asks us for a password, which was test. So you can create some security that way.